Economic Milestones, the Gold Rush of 1849. Welcome to History Explained, where we illuminate the past to better understand our present. I'm your guide to your daily journey through the past to empower the future. Today is Friday, June 20th, 2025. As we do every Friday, we're exploring a significant economic milestone that shaped the development of our modern financial system. Today, we turn our attention to the California Gold Rush of 1849, one of the most dramatic economic events in American history. This massive migration of fortune seekers transformed California from a remote Mexican territory into the economic powerhouse of the American West, fundamentally altering the nation's demographics, economy, and character. What makes the Gold Rush particularly fascinating is how it demonstrated the power of economic opportunity to drive human migration and social change on an unprecedented scale. The promise of instant wealth drew people from across America and around the world, creating a truly global phenomenon that reshaped the Pacific economy. So let's explore this remarkable chapter in economic history, examining the discovery that started it all, the massive human migration it triggered, its impact on California and the nation, and its lasting influence on American economic development. The California Gold Rush began with a simple discovery on January 24, 1848, when James Marshall found shiny metal in the American River at Sutter's Mill in Coloma, California. Marshall was building a sawmill for John Sutter, a Swiss immigrant who had established a large agricultural operation in the Sacramento Valley. Initially, Sutter tried to keep the discovery secret, fearing it would disrupt his agricultural business and bring unwanted settlers to his land. However, news of the discovery could not be contained. By March 1848, stories of gold findings were circulating in San Francisco newspapers. The news spread slowly at first. Many people were skeptical of reports about easy gold, remembering previous false claims about mineral wealth. However, when Sam Brannan, a San Francisco merchant and newspaper publisher, walked through the streets of San Francisco in May 1848 holding a bottle of gold dust and shouting, "Gold! Gold! Gold from the American River," the California Gold Rush truly began. Word of the discovery reached the eastern United States by late 1848, but it was President James K. Polk's confirmation of the gold discoveries in his annual message to Congress in December 1848 that triggered the massive migration of 1849. The year 1849 saw an unprecedented migration to California. An estimated 300,000 people traveled to California between 1848 and 1855, with about 80,000 arriving in 1849 alone. These gold seekers became known as 49ers after the year of their arrival. The migrants came from diverse backgrounds and locations. While many were Americans from the eastern states, significant numbers came from Mexico, Chile, Peru, China, and Europe. This international character made California one of the most ethnically diverse places in the world at the time. The journey to California was dangerous and expensive. Those traveling overland faced a grueling 2,000-mile journey across the American continent, dealing with disease, harsh weather, and limited supplies. The alternative sea route around Cape Horn took months and was equally perilous. The most popular compromise was the Panama route, which involved sailing to Panama, crossing the isthmus on foot or by canoe, then taking another ship to San Francisco. This reduced travel time but exposed travelers to tropical diseases and often long waits for ships on the Pacific side. The economic impact of the gold rush was immediate and dramatic. California's population exploded from about 14,000 non-Native Americans in 1848 to over 300,000 by 1855. San Francisco grew from a small settlement of about 1,000 people to a major city of 50,000 in just a few years. The sudden population growth created enormous demand for goods and services. Prices for basic necessities skyrocketed. A loaf of bread that cost 5 cents in New York might sell for $1 in California. Eggs could cost $1 each, and a simple meal might cost $5, equivalent to several days' wages for a worker in the eastern states. Many of the largest fortunes made during the gold rush came not from mining but from supplying the miners. Merchants like Levi Strauss, who created sturdy work pants for miners, and Samuel Brannan, who sold mining supplies, became wealthy by meeting the needs of gold seekers. The gold rush also created California's first major banking fortunes. Wells Fargo, founded in 1852, built its business on serving gold miners and became one of America's most important financial institutions. The company transported gold, provided banking services, and operated stagecoach routes throughout the mining regions. The actual mining operations evolved rapidly. Early miners used simple techniques like panning and sluicing to extract gold from stream beds. As easily accessible gold became scarce, more sophisticated and capital-intensive methods were developed. Hydraulic mining, introduced in the 1850s, used high-pressure water cannons to wash away entire hillsides in search of gold. While effective, this method caused enormous environmental damage, destroying forests and farmland and clogging rivers with sediment. The social and cultural impact of the gold rush was equally significant. California's sudden wealth and rapid growth attracted people from around the world, creating a cosmopolitan society unlike anywhere else in America. However, this diversity also led to significant tensions and conflicts. Chinese immigrants, who made up about 10% of California's population by 1855, faced particular discrimination. The foreign miners' tax, passed in 1850, imposed heavy taxes on non-American miners, effectively targeting Chinese and Mexican workers. Despite these challenges, Chinese miners developed innovative techniques and established thriving communities throughout the gold regions. Native American populations suffered devastatingly during the gold rush. The massive influx of settlers destroyed traditional ways of life, and many Native Americans were killed in conflicts with miners or died from diseases brought by the newcomers. California's Native American population declined from about 150,000 in 1848 to fewer than 30,000 by 1870. The gold rush also had profound political consequences. California's rapid population growth led to its admission as a state in 1850, skipping the usual territorial phase. This admission as a free state upset the balance between slave and free states, contributing to the tensions that would eventually lead to the Civil War. The environmental impact of gold mining was severe and long-lasting. Hydraulic mining stripped away topsoil and vegetation, while mercury used in gold processing contaminated water supplies. Many mining areas in California still show the scars of 19th-century extraction methods. The gold rush transformed California's economy from agriculture to a more diverse mix of mining, manufacturing, and services. The wealth generated by gold mining funded the construction of railroads, cities, and infrastructure that supported California's continued growth. By the late 1850s, the easily accessible gold had been exhausted, and individual miners increasingly gave way to large-scale mining operations with the capital to invest in expensive equipment and techniques. Many former miners turned to other occupations, but California's economy had been permanently transformed. The gold rush also had national economic implications. California gold helped finance the Union during the Civil War and contributed to American economic growth throughout the 19th century. The sudden increase in gold supply also contributed to inflation and changes in monetary policy. The legacy of the gold rush extends far beyond California. It established patterns of boom and bust economics that would characterize the American West for generations. Later gold rushes in Colorado, Alaska, and other locations followed similar patterns of rapid migration, speculation, and eventual consolidation. The gold rush also contributed to American cultural mythology about opportunity, individual initiative, and the possibility of striking it rich. The image of the independent prospector seeking fortune in the wilderness became an enduring part of American identity. The California gold rush demonstrates how economic opportunity can drive massive social and demographic changes. It shows both the potential and the costs of rapid economic development, including environmental destruction and social conflict. The gold rush also illustrates the global nature of 19th-century economic migration. People traveled thousands of miles based on reports of opportunity, creating one of the first truly international economic migrations in American history. As we consider contemporary economic migrations and resource booms, the California gold rush offers important lessons about the benefits and challenges of rapid economic development and the importance of managing growth in ways that benefit all members of society. Thank you for joining us for this exploration of the California gold rush. Tomorrow, we'll be back with our military history episode examining the Battle of Gettysburg and its decisive role in the American Civil War. If you enjoyed this journey through history, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. What aspects of the gold rush do you find most interesting or relevant to today's economic challenges? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, I'm your guide for History Explained, where we believe that understanding yesterday is the key to navigating tomorrow.